Well, hey, everybody, it's Clarissa. We are back in the limelight yet again this week with another extraordinary entrepreneur. We talk to entrepreneurs here. It is in the limelight, intelligent media for the intelligent and savvy entrepreneur. We all know that. You're going to be able to now see our videos are now out onto Roku, Chromecast, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire, and of course over at YouTube. The podcasts are now not only on Inspired News Radio. We always thank our sponsor, Inspired News, but we also are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and Pandora. As if that wasn't enough, you do know you can go over to clarissaburt.com to see all of the In the Limelight media content. And don't forget to get over there so that you can see the In the Limelight digital magazine. Iris Apfel on our last cover. We do have a new drop coming on October 1st with another really extraordinary cover, another Italian global brand. We're excited about that. And some new technology that's coming out with this new magazine. So you're going to want to be sure to catch that. And without further ado, we're going to bring in today's guest. And we're talking today about CBD. Lot to talk about CBD. It's been going on for a little bit now, and I'm sure you've heard it. It's kind of become a lot more mainstream than it used to be. So I'm going to bring out Margie Floris. There she is. She is the founder of Aqueous Wellness. Hello there. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Your magazine cover looked amazing, by the way. I love Iris.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I really love this, Margie, because first of all, it's a beautiful cover. The photography is beautiful, but I love Iris really because, you know, she is a global fashion icon, as some of us know, and she didn't become famous until she was 80. And she's now 98, going stronger than ever. I think she's got her products all over the world. She's got an itinerant show that goes through some of the most famous museums in the world. And it just kind of gave me in this moment that we were passing, in the last 6 months, that kind of feeling of it's never too late. Do you know what I mean?
Really isn't.
Yeah, it really isn't too late. So I'm so thrilled to have you on because I love CBD. I've been loving CBD for a very long time. All of its properties and how good it is for us and how it is changing many, many lives. So I wanted to take that deep dive with you, as you are the founder of Aqueous Wellness. How did it come? How did you just go, you know what, I think I'm going to get into the CBD space too?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur, and so I've had a few companies. Some have been really successful, some haven't. And I guess I just can't help myself, because when I get passionate about something, I need to, just dive in and figure out, how I can make it better. And that's really what I love to do. And I discovered CBD, unfortunately, as late as 2015, 16. I wish I'd discovered it sooner.
Right.
I, like most women in their 40s and 50s, had a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, sleepless nights. And I found myself taking a lot of medication. And it just got to the point where I just thought, my gosh, there's got to be a better way. I was just getting prescriptions and taking the Xanaxes and the Ambiens. And, I started suffering from anxiety, which I didn't know it was anxiety back in my 20s.
It's horrible.
Which back then people really didn't know how to deal with that. And, I was prescribed Klonopin, which I came to find out is one of the most difficult, anxiety medications to get off of.
Yeah.
So I have, a personal story. And I think that when you, as an entrepreneur and as a woman, I think we tend to look for solutions. We're problem solvers.
Right.
So I really kind of dove into this looking to solve my problem.
And what was the first step? You found out about it, found out about all its phenomenal properties. And then you said, what? Did you go to some trade shows? Did you start asking around? How did you really take a deeper dive?
Being in Southern California, I was really lucky that, it's very available here and people are very savvy, when it comes to homeopathic and nature and how, kind of home remedies. And I met a lot of people. I actually kissed a lot of frogs, I did go to trade shows. I did do my due diligence. I tried every single product that I can get my hands on. And You know, some of them worked. I had a really hard time with dosing, and I was just like, I must be doing something wrong. And I just decided to continue to not jump at the first, I guess, opportunity
Opportunity,
that I
right,
had to, you know, develop a
right.
brand. I really knew that there had to be a better way because I was taking all of these tinctures and a lot of oil, and I'm just, you know, I would have to take a lot to feel it. And as you know, CBD is kind of expensive.
Right.
And as I did research, I realized that people, for example, gummies. I love the gummy. You know, I think gummies are a
Had
real
one this
easy
morning.
way.
I had
Yeah,
one
and
this morning.
it's oh good. I love that. Isn't that
I
amazing?
had one this morning. I got the cherry flavored vegan fruit juice. There you go.
Yeah. So what I discovered while doing my due diligence is that most CBD companies spray their gummies with CBD,
Oh,
which to me it was just so strange, and it's covered in sugar and sprayed with CBD. So you really are eating a piece of candy with very, very, very little benefits by the time it goes into your system. You would literally have to eat the entire jar
oh
to really
wow,
feel the benefits.
wow.
So that kind of I started asking a lot of questions, and I finally met the right lab that was, you know, doing this incredible research, and it's very boutique, very small, and it's people that care about the consumer,
What they're
people
doing
that
right.
work with. Exactly. So when I discovered water soluble nanotechnology, that was it for me. I knew that that was what I had to bring into the
Yeah.
market.
Yeah, and I know that you put a lot of emphasis on the the lab that you found. I think that has what was probably I'm going to imagine really sort of like a turning point for you and your business when you could
Yeah.
feel kind of really you could sleep at night knowing that your business was in the hands of real professionals and because you do, as I said, I looked at your website. There's a lot of emphasis on the fact that we
Yeah.
have this is our lab, and you're really proud of that.
I am because, you know, if you find the right partner, I'm not going to say that I'm developing this and I'm in the back and I'm the science behind it. I think
Right.
I'm very transparent, and my customer needs to know, you know, how I develop these products and you know why they're the best. So we're very transparent with that. There's really it's an expensive proposition,
Yeah.
but the because you're getting the technology, however, you don't have to take as much CBD as you would if you were doing just the oils. So
So why
because our
is the
products,
right?
go ahead.
No, honey, why is the water behind it so important? And what does nanotechnology mean?
Okay, so basically the oil is put in this machine or this vat, we call it like the soup, and it turns into these nanoscopic droplets that disperse into your body. So these little micro droplets, they measure under 50 nanometers per droplet, which, just to give you an example, our red blood cells are 5,000 nanometers. So
Wow. Okay.
figure this is like the teeny, teeny, tiniest, like you couldn't even see it, way to put CBD into your body. So
Right.
when you take our product, it just kind of disperses into your body so harmoniously because our body is
Water.
80% water.
Right.
So this is the way to actually feel it. And I'm sure you took your gummy this morning, and I hope that you've pretty much felt a little bit of a difference 10 minutes into taking it,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
how I felt.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as I said, I couldn't give you a speech about CBD, but I think
Yeah,
I know enough about it to know, as I said, it went mainstream some years ago, whereas before nobody knew what it was, and they still continually confuse it with something that can get you high. Why don't you talk
right.
about that a second? Let's debunk the myth, if you will.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because even my own family, right, you know, would be like, "Oh, isn't that that pot product, or that, you know, isn't that that weed product?" And it's
Right.
like, "No, no, no, there is a marijuana strain of CBD.
Right.
However, our CBD is made out of the hemp plant.
Right.
So what you're getting is all of the beautiful benefits from the hemp plant that are non-psychoactive.
Right.
So marijuana is psychoactive, CBD is non-psychoactive. So what it does is I call it a body high. It gives me a body high versus a mental high. You know, it really just affects so many parts of our body where our body normally produces cannabinoids. So, you know, the science is incredible, and every day we're finding out, you know, new benefits for CBD. So I just feel so lucky to be doing something that is actually helping people.
Yeah, especially in these times, may I say. You know, I think that,
crazy.
It's a way. And so let's talk about that a second. Let's talk about what CBD actually does. There's obviously the wellness component. That's why we're here talking about it. But once you've ingested it, and that's what you're either going through ingestion by mouth, or you're going through osmosis in the bath, correct?
Yeah.
Which I love, by the way.
Gosh.
We're going to talk. I know. Okay, tell me about this.
I'm so proud of that product. What we did was we developed a bath. We call it a bath booster. And I'm going to pull one out and show you just so
I haven't opened this up yet because I just got
your
these
viewers. So
I know,
check this out.
Wait.
This is 20 milligrams of, you know, CBD, and it's full spectrum, and it has a 1-to-1 ratio of rose and lavender essential oils as well, which help for relaxation. It soothes the skin. I mean, Clarissa, if you put 2 of these in your bath, you don't even have to moisturize after your bath. Your skin just feels so incredible.
Oh my God. And you know, I am an essential oil freak. I have 2 diffusers going all the time, just in the living room.
Isn't that amazing?
And I make my own cosmetic. Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly in the kitchen, like, you know, like the good witch. You know, I'm like always mixing something up, and so I get it. I can't wait. I really can't wait. And again, thank you so much. But you're either going through ingestion or osmosis. I know that there are a lot of different cosmetic brands that started out 7 years ago. Why did you feel as though lavishing in a bath was a great idea, and then getting your CBD through osmosis?
Well, I wanted to figure out the best way to incorporate the essential oils into the experience and the dosing. And bathing is just such a beautiful ritual. And I did see a lot of CBD bath bombs, which I tried, and wasn't really feeling anything. So again, because we're water soluble, what we did was we nanoed the essential oils. So everything is in nanoparticles. So when you put these in your bath, your body is absorbing it. It is going through your skin into your bloodstream, and you are physically getting all of the beautiful benefits. This is amazing. I highly recommend this. I work with a lot of athletes, you know, after a rigorous, you know, workout, after a run. If you're having insomnia, take this bath. I promise you. One of my athletes said, "Wow, Margie, I took this at night. I didn't even know I felt tired, and about a half hour later, I just went and took the best soundest sleep that I've had in a really long time."
Wow. Yeah.
So you know, there's so many great reasons to do it, and bathing is amazing.
Yeah. Well, I don't take showers. I take baths. I've been a bath taker.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just a bath taker. And that's what I do because I love it. And I also lived in Europe for 30 years, which, you know, they're a little more toward baths than showers as well. So that kind of helps. But I just think that it's one of those kind of self things that, you know, you can get from a bath, but you'll never be able to get out of a shower kind of thing. And they're 2 different things, but the bath is just so luscious and luxurious. And it's one of those kind of, it's one of those little things I give to myself every day is a splish splash in the bath. So let's get down to the properties then. So now I'm in the bath, or I've taken one of your chewables, your fruit chews. What am I to expect after that? So let's
I mean, Okay, so everyone's different. And one of the, I think, opportunities that I saw when I was developing my products is the opportunity to really offer precise dosing. And I feel that it's difficult. It was difficult for me. And again, if I feel something is difficult for me, it must be difficult for other people. I
Hmm.
was looking at these droppers of oil and figuring out, okay, well, if there's 200 milligrams of CBD, and if I take 2 dropperfuls, how much CBD am I actually taking? And I honestly just couldn't do the math every time I needed
Right.
to take CBD.
Right.
So I created, these little bullets that are called aqua shots. So you notice I
Right.
use this a lot. So I love this shot dosing with the
Right.
bath or with oral.
Right.
So this is really cool because you could pour this into your water or your coffee or your tea and know that you're getting 10 milligrams of CBD. There's no oil. It blends very easily into your drink. It has no taste, and you're taking your CBD. So, depending on the person, I always say start with 10 milligrams. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but again,
Right.
because we're water soluble, 10
Right.
milligrams is actually going directly into your bloodstream versus
Right.
your GI tract, which is what happens with regular oil. It'll go through your pancreas, it'll have to go through your whole digestive system. So imagine it goes through the acids in your stomach, everything before you actually feel it.
Right.
So,
And what do
I
you
start with
feel?
10
What does
milligrams.
someone feel once they, okay, like they've ingested it 10 minutes later? What is somebody, so I know you talk about stress, anxiety, possible depression. I don't know. Tell me what it does actually help with.
I can only make recommendations, but yes, it does take the edge off, if you will. If I drink my coffee and I add my CBD, I don't have jitters. I'm Colombian. I love my coffee and I like to have more than 1 cup a day. So it really helps with jitters. It helps with pain, right? So chronic pain. It helps with sleep. So mostly, like, I like to kind of say, okay, if you have pain, if you have anxiety or stress, if you're having a hard time sleeping, CBD really, really helps. And then, of course, it helps with, your immune system, which is really important right now because inflammation is a big part of why most of us get sick. I mean, Clarissa,
Right.
you know this, that you're basically, your gut is your second brain. And the biggest benefit of CBD is that it reduces inflammation
Yeah.
in
And I
your
don't think
body.
I don't think people realize just how inflamed they truly are, and what,
Exactly.
all the different ways that it manifests. And
Yeah.
that could be through just stiff joints. It could be through headaches. It's a whole gamut of different things that,
Yeah.
and the things that cause inflammation, I don't think many people are really well versed in. And one of those, apart from what I understand, again, I'm not a scientist, nor am I in any way an expert. I just go by what I read, which you could only hope
Yeah.
that you're reading what is true. It's milk and milk byproducts, animal byproducts. A lot meats obviously are right there on that list, and there's so many different things. But and alcohols and sugars, and so yeah. I think
Yeah.
we can help ourselves a whole lot with diet, but certainly CBD would be a fabulous way to augment, if you will, or implement a different way of just making sure that you're keeping, because you just keep that inflammation away, and it really does make a huge difference in our health. And as you said, our immune systems. I want to let everybody know where they can find you on social.
Yes. I'm Aqueous Wellness, at Aqueous Wellness on Instagram, Aqueous Wellness on Facebook, and all of our products are available on aqueouswellness.com.
Right.
And
Awesome.
your guests are getting, we added a free sample kit for your guests on our website.
Thank
Just look for the
you.
free sample kit and they'll get
Awesome.
to test our gummies and our bath bullets and our aqua shots.
That is so cool. Thank you so much for that. I'll make
Yeah.
sure that it also goes into the link below. Any last parting words that you want to leave everybody with? Words of wisdom around health or the product itself.
I think the biggest advice that I can give everyone right now is to just do your due diligence, make sure that the products you're buying are being bought from companies that are, third party tested, And don't be afraid to try CBD. It's not going to get you high. It's just going to make you feel better. I promise.
Really much better. Absolutely. Everybody right there on the ticker, Aqueous Wellness. It's right there. Get on over and get your free gift. Thank you so much for that, Margie. That's really great that you did that for us. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. We love it. We love doing it.
All right. I am going to say goodbye to our listeners. You're going to stay right there for me, and we'll talk again soon. Bye, everybody. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of the In the Limelight podcast, intelligent media for the savvy entrepreneur. You can listen to this and all of my podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Pandora, and Inspired News Radio. You'll find all of my videos and the In the Limelight digital magazine on clarissaburt.com. And don't forget to connect with me on social pretty much anywhere. Stay well until we meet again. In the Limelight.